What's up, chat? Welcome in this new video. Today we are looking into some cool shit. Today's subject is how to scale 0 to 10k month. Okay, let me do like this and this, so it's a bit better, okay? So today we are looking into how to go from 0 in trading to 10k a month and eventually go higher and higher in levels, okay? It's gonna be a very systematic way, pretending you're already profitable, okay? Or at least not profitable, but if you know what you're doing, so if you know already your strategy and these things, not necessary psychology talking. Fuck. So the first step is always and it's always gonna be your first payout. Fuck, I don't like it like this. Okay. First payout is the best, is the first goal, okay? Your first goal must be your first payout. How do you think your first payout? Okay, so if these are your first few evals, just trade it normally. So you take, like, you make more experience with trading with the determined rules. You make more responsible decision, and your psychology definitely gets better. Okay, so let me do. So pass your evils with rules. Okay. 2. Two, if you're already profit. For that I means that you pass evils often without any problem with your rules. You can start oversizing. So like if you have a level, if you have like a level here, for example, don't enter with just one contract or two contracts, enter max position size. Make like 1k and 500 for the day and same thing the next day. Which like for 5 contract is just 10 point whatsoever, so it's very easy. If the levels fails, you lost like 500 or so, or 1000, which is very improbable that if you have a good or a decent level, it doesn't work out for 10 point, okay? And that way you pass evals like in 2-3 days max, and it's the best, and I do also do it like this, okay? Once you pass the account, so we are talking now to how to obtain that first payout. Once you pass the account, you set rules. So first rule of a club. 2/3 trade a day, okay? The first rule is this one. Also pretending you have a profitable strategy that either is mine, that I teach on YouTube, it's yours, it's mine on my mentorship, whatever strategy, TJR strategy, whatever strategy. pretend to trade maximum 2-3 trade a days. Also, not many influencer trader specify this, but I mean, if you trade multiple sessions, like you can trade Asia, London, and New York. If you trade like both London and New York, I consider them like separate day, because if you have a shitty and choppy price action during London, that doesn't mean that you're gonna have the same price action during New York. Most likely, it will be that if you have a London price action that it's choppy as fuck, New York will be more volatile. So if you take like 2 loss on London, you can take still 1 trade during New York. I don't wanna say 2 trade, but 3 it's fine for the day. Okay. Second rule. The first few trades use either 1 or 2, most likely. I prefer to use 2 for the first few trades to build a buffer. So till you reach the 2k buffer, so 2k profit, till you reach this 2k profit, oversize a bit, but with slightly smaller stop loss. So I mean like do 5 point instead of 10 or 7 point, okay? So you can risk 2 contract till you build a 2k buffer. Now it always depends all on the prop firm you're using. If you're using TPT, as I most likely do, because it's my favorite prop firm at the moment. Once you have the buffer of 2k, anything you make above this, you can like withdraw. So I usually after this one, you can risk 1 contract and aim to make 1k to like 1.5k. Or if your psychology is good and you are able to manage your emotion, you can aim for 2k, okay? The loss, obviously, maximum of $300 per loss. So now, like in a week, you win 2 trade, you made 3k. You lost like, let's say, 5 trade, 5 per 200 is 1,000, okay? And you made 3k, so you have a net profit of 2k that you can withdraw instantly. If you have a different prop firm like My Funded Future, Alpha, or these rules, or these other normal rules, we're gonna look into that right now. The concept is very similar, to be honest, so I'm gonna leave the first and second point like this. One second. So, first and second point like this. Third point. Let's say you have like Alpha Future 0 account. So, you have to make 5 winning days of at least $200. Okay. Which, just like this, it's a K, 1k. The first thing you wanna do is not to reach these 5 days. The first thing is to build. You already have a 2k buffer that you need to make with the 2 days of 1k, 2 per 1k, okay? Because on this account you usually have also a consistency rule of 50%, like, so you make 1k for 2 days. That's your first goal here, okay? Once you made the 1k per shoe and you have the buffer, you can start farming $200 days, but do it without aiming at 200, like aim for 500 slash 700, okay? And once you reach your 5 days, you can withdraw your payout. And the other part is just psychology. If you can be like patient and wait and like don't take loss with anger, just watch the trade and leave it like this. It's that easy. Just respect these few rules that I'm giving to you and it's gonna be very easy, okay? Also, to farm these 5 days of 500 slash 700, I don't suggest to use my strategy because it's a waste, honestly. Or you can do like my strategy with like 5 micros, so this is a reasonable profit. If you wanna do this and use 5 micros slash maximum 1 mini, it's fine. But you can do like easier and higher probability, higher win rate strategy like inversion. I'll probably make a video about that, just to farm the first few payouts, and that they are very useful to like farm these winning days. You just use easier strategy like inversion, continuation strategy and these things with like 80% of win rate, so it's very very easy to make these 5 winning days, okay? Let's pretend now that you have, let me do like this, okay? Let's pretend you have now, you have 1k in payout. Let's say you have your first payout, 1k, okay? Now, it's very important to know one thing. When you withdraw from the market, so when you withdraw that 1k, you are in like the top percentile, the 2% of the people that are making money from the market. And it's very important that you don't put all that money back into the market. So all the financial responsible people will tell you it's very good if you reinvest to scale faster, okay? And that it's most likely true, but for personal experience, don't take anything for granted. So if you like made that 1k, that doesn't mean at all that you will make back others' money. Most likely, if it was your first payout, you will not make any more money for like 3 months, because your psychology will be a bit fucked up, because you expect to make more money, and you will not until you realize that not a single thing is granted in the market. So with that first 1k, do you invest like 600 euro, because okay, let's make dollars, so this will more likely be 1k. Reinvest $700 in evals, and you spend fuck Okay, so you use that $500 in whatever you want, clothes, to take out your girlfriend on a dinner and these things. But these $700 must go into other evils to scale. And a very important thing, now that you have more money to invest, pass evils faster, but be responsible with your purchase. So like if you blow 2 evils in the same day, stop, calm down, like take a shower, go out for a walk, and the next day or like wait another day to calm down, and then you can purchase another evils. Okay, so don't waste that 700 in a single day. Okay, and pass them responsible. Let's pretend these are 7 evils because usually evils are $100. Okay, let's pretend these are 7 evils. So like now you have a total of 8 account, 1 Pro, 1 XFA, 7 evils. Let's say out of these 7 evils you blow like I wanna be very pessimistic. You blow 4 evils and you have a 3 XFA. So like you have a total of 4 XFA. And it's very important that these evils that you buy here with this money, don't buy it on the same pro firm. Like if you have the first XFA was on Top Step, buy like 2 from Alpha, 1 from TPT, 1 from My Funded Futures, so differentiate, okay? And also if you have the possibility, trade them at different time. So like if you trade 2 during, I don't know, New York, trade another 2 during either Asia or London, okay? So like you are differentiating, and if you blow one, you still have the others, okay? So like you have 4 XFA on different prop firm. Let's say like 1 on TPT, 2 Top Step. It's better like to do like this, honestly. And 1 My Funded Futures, okay? Now, as you may know, these all have different they all have different rules, okay? The best rules here are from TPT, and but the first concept with all of that is to build a buffer, okay? So the first thing you must focus on is build okay, so you have a buffer now from each one of them. Let's say realistically you lost one because like your psychology isn't the best yet. Let's say you blow one. So I'm being super hyper realistic. Like I'm blowing XFA, a lot of evils. So I'm trying to be as realistic as possible. I don't wanna like say to you that you're gonna make the first 10k month fast as fuck, pass all your evils, pass all your express and your rolls. So as you see, like we pretend you blown also 1 XFA. So now we have 3. Okay. You have on each one of them a 2k buffer. You trade the 2 PTPT during London and the 1 My Funded Future during New York. Now you aim for 1k for each trade. Without knowing any rules about them, like My Funded Future, it could be any type of account with even like a 1k buff, 1k max payout, you aim always for 1k profit or 1/1.5k profit for each trade with a max 2 trade a session. Let's do like this. Okay, now you have these rules for the account, for the 3 account. If you respect this, let's say like you win 2 trade a week, which is very high probability to do, okay, and you have made 2k. Let's say again you lost 5 trade in a row, okay, which is abnormal. It's definitely not possible, but you lost 5 trade, okay, in 1 week. You lost 1k, so that week you made 1k 1k profit per 1 week per 3 account equals 3k. You have a 2 TPT account, so you can withdraw already 2k. You have the 80% split, so you withdraw like from 2k is 1.6k. Now you do the same things as here, but a bit higher, okay? So okay, now let's do like you have $800 in other evals, and you spend in shit. Now you repeat the same exact process here, so you pass evals in the same shit, and like this you accumulate a lot of account. If you want, you can start copy trading. You can use like Trade Sensor, which is I think the best to copy trade your different account from different platform. Now also you have the My Funded Futures account, which has a buffer, and like say the second week you can take a payout, so you have like another 1k. This 1k you can spend it all because you have a lot of evals and XFA now, so the My Funded Futures 1k you can spend it all in whatever you want. Now let's say after you bought these all levels, these things you try to pass them, and these things, let's say you have from 3 XFA you have like from 8 levels that you bought, you passed let's say 3, you blown 5, which is a lot, but let's say you passed 3, so 3 plus 3 is 6 XFA. You repeat the same process as here. Now you can do per week 3k payout, okay? Once you withdraw your first 2-week 3k payout, so first you spend half of what you do. So if you do 4k, you spend 2k on evals, an account that you can blow or these things, but pass fast. And after all that, you already accumulated a lot in payouts. It's very easy as that if you respect your rules. And now the main goal is to switch mentality. Okay, now it's it's what let you pass from like doing 3 to 2k a month to 10k, 20k, and so on a month. Okay, now we got a scale not only in payout but in contract, and obviously in buffer. So if you have now on 6 XFA 2k of buffer, you need to go to a 4/5k of buffer that you don't at all touch. Okay, this 4/5k you don't need to touch, and withdraw it. Now that you have 4/5k, this is built obviously with still 1/2/3 contract minis. Okay, now that you have this such big buffer, you can scale use 3/4 contract, or yes, /4. Okay, and aim to make, where the fuck is this? Okay, 3k/4k base. So you aim from 3k to 4k a day. Okay, which is very doable with 3 minis, because like with 3 minis 3k is like making 1k on 1 mini, so it's very easy to do. So let's say a week you make like 4k net profit. You do per like 3 TPT, or let's say 2 TPT XFA equals, I don't know how much is this, honestly. Fuck. So let's say you made 4 per 4k per 2, 8k minus 20%, you made $6,400 in payout. And this is made, let's say, in 1 week or 2 weeks. Let's say in 2 weeks you made this. Now, honestly, you have already like 6 XFA. The max you wanna have, honestly, if you're not very experienced, it's 10 XFA. So max out and go on 10 XFA on a reliable platform. So don't use please Apex, but like TPT, My Fund Future, Top Step, and aim to have like 10 to 12, 13 XFA. Now you make this in like realistically 2 weeks. With 2 account you have 6 account, so you make like this probably for 2 weeks in payout. Per 2, because you have in a month 4 weeks, equals 16,800 dollars, and this is your first over 10k month. Of this money you can waste 10k and do whatever you want with this 10k. but this other $600-800, you need to take 3k and use it for prop firm and evils, 3k evils, because you're gonna blow in the process a lot of account, okay, if you try to pass them fast as I teach you, okay. So you're gonna blow a lot of evils, but also XFA, it's normal, so 3k for these accounts. And the remaining $3 in savings. And you repeat the same scaling process, but bigger, like this, okay. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.